1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wisconsin Rapids, DC Everest here tonight. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's.
One, two, three. Oh, that is not what we want. Oops. All right. We'll see how that is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We are here in Wisconsin Rapids. We're testing audio for DC Everest and Wisconsin Rapids here. Oops. Testing levels here in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Welcome to Wisconsin Rapids as the Post 492 DC Everest Ball Club. Yeah, that's good. Good. All right. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Nakusa Port Edward State Bank Field here on the beautiful campus of Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln High School as we bring you more Legion baseball here tonight. It is the Wisconsin Rapids Rangers and DC Everest Post 492. Again, good evening on this beautiful Thursday night here in central Wisconsin as Wisconsin Rapids looks to continue their winning ways. They lost on Tuesday to Marshfield. They came back and were behind early last night up in Anago, and with the help of a two-run home run from Nick Lieberg, they came away with a 13-9 win over the Anago Post 3 Typhoon. DC Everest trying to ride high as well. They took down Stevens Point last night in a big win, and they're looking to continue their ways here tonight as well against Wisconsin Rapids. These two teams met up on June the 23rd up in Schofield, and that was a win by Wisconsin Rapids 5-3. Jordan Tibbetts went 6 innings, gave up 9 hits, 3 runs, 2 walks, and 5 strikeouts. Eli Hahn came in and shut the door in the 7th inning. That 7th inning, gave up a walk and 2 strikeouts. But they'll be going up against DC Everest Post 492 again, as mentioned, coming off of a huge win last night up at Buchholz Park in Stevens Point, and looking to carry that momentum for the rest of this week, next week, and then into regionals up in Wausau on the 19th or the 20th regional start. We'll go through that as well. Finally, we had those released to us, and we'll have those updates for you as well. As meeting on the infield the umpires is completed, and we'll go through the starting lineups here first for DC Everest Post 492. Batting first and at second base, number 2, Colin Ebersold. Batting second in right field, number 20, Logan Sherrick. Batting third and at shortstop, number 7, Nick Cotter. Batting fourth and doing the DHing, number 25, Mitch Danielski. Batting fifth, and that's in center field, number 1, Preston Miller. Batting sixth and behind the plate, number 24, Andrew Cotter. Batting seventh and at first base, number 14, Oscar Latondras. Batting eighth and at third base, number 12, Cole O'Brien. And batting ninth and in left field, number 18, Brennan Bartlett. Mitch Danielski is going to be hitting for pitcher Logan George. So, again, it'll be Ebersold, Sherrick, Cotter, Danielski, Miller, Cotter, Latondras, O'Brien, and Bartlett. Those are the starting batting order for the Post 492 ball club. Last night, Preston Miller with a big 2 RBI double in the 7th inning to help DC Everest pick up the win last night in Stevens Point. Before we get to Wisconsin Rapids, tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Solaris. With so much of our lives riding on the internet these days, choosing a provider you know and trust has become more important than ever. Solaris Fiber Network is the fastest technology available. It's more reliable than cable internet, provides equal upload and download speeds. Solaris has been keeping central Wisconsin connected for over 125 years. They have the speed you need. Call, stop in, or visit Solaris.net to learn more. For Wisconsin Rapids, again, coming off of a win against Anago last night. They come into this one at a mark of 7-4 in the conference. We'll go through the other huge matchups going on around the conference tonight as well. And for Wisconsin Rapids, the Rangers, head coached by Court Helber. Batting first and at second base, number 15, Carson Gunderson. Batting second in left field, number 16, Ryan Suring. Batting third and at shortstop, number 10, Caden Sengbush. Batting fourth and in right field, number 18, Cole Laddick. Batting fifth and at first base, number 21, Braden Lewis. Batting sixth and doing the DHing, number 6, Austin Juneman. Batting seventh and at third base, number 24, Ashton Potter. Batting eighth and in center field, number 14, Marco Simonson. And batting ninth and behind the plate, number 12, Cannon Plowman. Juneman DHing for pitcher Eli Hahn here tonight. Rangers in their typical blue tops, red numerals, white outlines on those numerals, white pants, red hats, And about half of the infield, or half the team, were in the rolled up pants just below the knees. Braden Lewis, Caden Sengbush. So far, the two. Now it looks like they are the only two tonight that will be wearing those pants just below the knees. Everest wearing their, again, typical green tops, yellow numerals, white outlines, gray pants, post 492 sketched across the back of their uniforms. So we'll take a quick break for our national anthem, come back with your first pitch. You're watching American Legion Baseball exclusively right here on Zaleski Sports.
Why am I an orthopedic surgeon? It's a great question. It was nothing I planned. I actually am a Spanish major. Went back to school and became a physical therapist. That was okay, but I decided to go back to school and become the surgeon. I think the biggest thing when you're talking to the patient is if you can relate to them, number one. Number two is if you can teach them what the problem is. If you can teach them what the problem is, they're going to do fine. They're going to learn what it is, they're going to figure out how to fix it, and then they're going to adapt. There's days when things don't work out and things are harder than others, but clearly you're here for one reason and you're not here for you. You're here for the patient that comes in. Healthcare is kind of like going to the supper club in Wisconsin. You always feel like you need to travel to get a better Friday fish fry or to get the prime rib on Saturday, but really here we have everything under the same roof. We have everything within a hospital that, quite frankly, is rated in the top 2 hospitals in the state for joint replacements. We have hospitals coming to us to ask how we do joint replacements, how we solve the problem, how we get patients motivated and moving with very low risk and very low complication rates. And our outcomes are much better.
Welcome back to Wisconsin Rapids as we bring you American Legion Baseball on Zaleski Sports. Start recording now. Perfect. Eli Hahn will be on the mound for Wisconsin Rapids here tonight. Again, taking on DC Everest. Going through the Valley Conference standings right now as they stand in Legion play. Wausau at 9-1, Marshfield at 8-2. Plover at 6-3. Plover lost to Wausau last night in extra innings. Wisconsin Rapids at 7-4. Stevens Point at 5-4. Anago at 2-7. Merrill at 0-8, and DC Everest at 2-9 coming in here tonight. Mentioned other games going on around the Zaleski Sports Network tonight, as it looks like they're working hard on the infield in Plover. Stevens Point Sixers and Plover Black Sox coming up shortly. The big one going on at Jack Hackman Field tonight, Wausau and Marshfield. As mentioned, Wausau at 9-1, Marshfield at 8-2. And then so they have one more week of regular season action next week, and then the regional starting on Wednesday, July the 20th. Again, those games will be played at Athletic Park in Wausau. Defensive alignment for Wisconsin Rapids, Ryan Suring, Marco Simonson, and Cole Laddick from left to right. Ashton Potter, Caden Sengbush, Carson Gunderson, Braden Lewis from third to first. Cannon Plowman will be catching Eli Hahn here tonight. Again, another picture-perfect night for baseball here in central Wisconsin. As a throwdown from Plowman. And we're about to get underway here in Rapids. And glad to be with you. Glad you're with us here tonight. Colin Ebersol to lead things off. Again, Hahn on the mound. First pitch tonight will be recorded at 7:02. And it is good for a strike. Colin Ebersold, Logan Sherrick, and Nick Cotter. 1, 2, and 3. Hahn is ahead in the count. No balls and 2 strikes. And it's hot, 83 degrees. Just barely a slight wind. Now it's going to be hit right back to Hahn, able to field his position and toss it over to first base, and there's one away here in the first inning. Nicely done by Eli Hahn. 1 up and 1 down for Logan Sherrick. Sherrick, the right fielder, here tonight for post 492. Bats from the left side. Ashton Potter in at the cutout at third base. Swung out and missed behind the fastball, and it's 0-1. Again, Everest did see Eli Hahn back in that game on June the 23rd. Eli came in, pitched an inning to get the save. There's a strike, and it's 0-2. 1 run was scored in that 7th inning, or 2 of them were scored. Rapids out hit Everest 13-9 that night. Everest with a pair of errors. Wisconsin Rapids jumped out to a 3-0 lead through 3 innings. Everest scored 1 in the 4th. Rapids scored 1 in the 5th. Both teams scored in the 7th. Rapids with 1, Everest with 2. That was going to be smacked over to first. Braden Lewis, overhand pitch to Eli Hahn, and Braden returns the favor on the 3-1 put out this time. 2 up and 2 down for Nick Cotter. Jordan Tibbetts went 6 innings that night, gave up 9 hits, 3 runs, 2 walks, and 5 strikeouts in his outing. And Nick Cotter was 0 for 4 that night with 3 strikeouts. He's at the plate now for DC Everest. Hahn wheels and deals home. First offering is a spinner and a beauty, and it's 0-1. Again, we'll keep our eyes on those other games. Stevens Point and Plover don't look like they're going to be underway anytime soon. That was low and away. First pitch, I believe, was scheduled for 7 o'clock or 7:15. And it looks like they're still raking the infield in Plover. 1 ball and 1 strike to Nick Cotter. Now it's going to be lifted. Shallow right field. Slams his bat. And Gunderson settles under it for out number 3. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We have played a half an inning. Everest nothing. Wisconsin Rapids coming up. You're watching American Legion Baseball. Zaleski Sports.
Little Sprouts is now open in Rudolph with the same great child care you know about in Auburndale. Here's Brooke Sievers to tell us about it.
The community here in Rudolph has been extremely welcoming, and we're excited to serve here just like we do up in Auburndale. Part of the process is to help out the school districts and to help the children their 4K children to stay close and get services right here. We serve here in Rudolph 1-year-olds up until 12-year-olds, and up in Auburndale we serve 6 weeks old until 12-year-olds.
Our Auburndale pea pods, wiggle worms, busy bees, and fireflies welcome the Rudolph sweet potatoes, lovely ladybugs, and beautiful butterflies. Contact Little Sprouts Learning Garden on Facebook today.
Hi, this is Van Patrick Oates from Rapids Awards and More. People ask, what is the more part of Awards and More? Well, that means that we're more than just an award store. We engrave glass, wood, plastic, guns, Yeti cups, medals, knives, and so much more. We're located on the web at awardsandmore.us. And if you're in the Wisconsin Rapids area, visit our physical store at 1210 Pepper Avenue or check us out on Facebook. Rapids Awards and More than just awards.
Logan George on the mound for DC Everest here tonight. He'll be facing the usual lineup for Cord Halber and the Post 9 Rangers. Batting first and at batting first, Carson Gunderson, Ryan Searing, Caden Singbush, Cole Lack, Braden Lewis, Austin Juneman, Ashton Potter, Marco Simonson, and Cannon Plowman will be the starting 9 for Wisconsin Rapids in their batting order here tonight. Defensive alignment, Brennan Bartlett in left, Preston Miller in center, Logan Sherrick in right. Cole O'Brien, Nick Cotter, Colin Ebersold, and Oscar Latondras from third to first. Andrew Cotter catching Logan George here tonight. Just going back to that game in June, the 23rd, Carson Gunderson 2 for 4 that night, a run scored. The big numbers, we'll talk about that in just a moment from the 2 and 4 hitters that night. As Carson Gunderson, the left-handed hitter, will face Logan George, and the first one is high for a ball. And Rangers, after this one, that was going to be popped up, shallow left, a long run for Bartlett, and he loses his hat and tracks it down for the first out of the inning. 1 up and 1 down for Ryan Suring, the left fielder tonight for Wisconsin Rapids. See if we can get you
Number 16, Ryan
Searing that night, 3 for 3, 3 runs scored back in June 23rd. First offering is a spinner and misses low and away. One of 3 guys that had, or one of 4 guys that had multiple hits that night. That one bounces in there and it's 2-0. Caden Sengbush awaits on deck. After the games tonight, we are on July the 7th, Monday. Stevens Point and Merrill, Marshfield Plover. Tuesday, Rapids at Stevens Point. We'll have that game live for you at Buchholz Park. And Ryan Searing is ahead in the count 3-0. Wednesday next week, Wausau is at Anago. Marshfield is at Stevens Point. Again, we'll have that game for you. Plover is here in Wisconsin Rapids. Mike Wendland will travel over and have that game for you, as we will have Wisconsin Rapids and Pittsville, Wisconsin Rapids Redhawks, Pittsville River Bandits next Wednesday. Merrill is at Everest, and Searing swings and misses, and George has come all the way back and run it full. Thursday, Merrill at Wausau, Anago at Everest, Point at Marshfield. That one's going to be hit sharply to third, backhanded by O'Brien. The throw across is in time. A nice play by Cole O'Brien for the second out. Not scorched hard enough, and there's 2 away for Caden Sengbush. So after the game next Wednesday, when Rapids hosts Plover on the 13th, they don't play again until the next Wednesday in regionals when they take on Stevens Point. First offering to Caden is good for a strike, and it's 0-1. See if we can get you those. There they are, the regional pairings. That missed outside. Caden is able to hold up, and it runs even at 1-1. So the regionals, again, taking place. The 2022 regional number 2 AAA American Legion baseball schedule, as that one's lined right back up the middle. And a base hit for Wisconsin Rapids with 2 outs. Caden Sengbush going right back, waiting back, and driving it up the middle. Wednesday, July 20th. Again, that's 2 weeks from yesterday. As will be the first game of that tournament. Pick off over to first, nothing doing. And up in Wausau at beautiful athletic park. Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids at 1 o'clock. Plover and Point at 4. Everest and Wausau at 7. Anago and Merrill go to different regionals. Anago is double A. I think Merrill is then double A as well. And so then it's just a 6-team regional. The 1-0. That's going to be lifted over first base side. Foul territory, can't find it, and it's going to fall. Latondras lost it, and Ebersold couldn't see it either, and that was a play that Colin probably should have had at second base. And now a new life for Cole Laddick here with 2 outs in the first inning. So games run from Wednesday up until Saturday. Pickoff over to first, had him leaning and back just in time. Leaning to second, able to get back on the dive head first. And there goes Sengbush. They pitched out. The throw down to second is low, and Caden steals second base. Now there's a runner in scoring position with 2 outs. So Wednesday to Saturday, Wednesday the 20th till Saturday the 23rd. See all those games live at Zaleski Sports. Now it's going to be chopped over to shortstop, bobbled by Cotter, and everybody's going to be safe. And Laddick will reach on the error. And now there's runners at the corners for Braden Lewis and 2 outs. Big early opportunity here for Wisconsin Rapids in the first inning with 2 outs.
Number 21, Braden Lewis.
Braden Lewis last night at the plate, 2 for 5, 2 runs scored, and an RBI. Again, that 13-9 win last night. Rapids was out hit by Antigo 16-14, but Antigo committed 3 errors. First one to Lewis, misses high for a ball, and it's 1-0. Rapids fell behind 5-0 after the first inning. Scored 1 in the second. They were down 6-1 after 2 innings. And then they didn't stop scoring after that. There goes Laddick. That one's going to be hit just fouled on the left field side and runs even at a ball and a strike. A bit behind for Braden. So Rapids scored in the second inning, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. Again, all capitalized, all helped out by the 2-run home run for Nick Lieberg. The 1-1. That one's low. Rolls in there, and it's 2-1 to Braden Lewis. Austin Juniman, the DH on deck. Braden trying to get him up to the plate. Runners at the corners and 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning. That one's going to be popped up, shallow center. Long run for Miller and Cotter, and that one is going to drop in front of Miller and bounce back, and Laddick is going to round third. He's going to come in to score, and 2 runs will score for Wisconsin Rapids. Braden Lewis will have an RBI single, and Laddick will score all the way from first base.
Designated hitter.
And now Austin Juniman. So an RBI base hit for Braden Lewis. Two nothing Wisconsin Rapids. Again, all happening with 2 outs. Sangbush singled. Laddick reached on an error, and Braden Lewis just singled. That one's going to be lifted into right field. Long run for Logan Sherrick. That one's going to be trouble. Get down. Drift all the way to the foul territory. They're going to hold Lewis there. And another base hit for Wisconsin Rapids here in the first inning. Lewis all the way to third base. 3rd hit for Wisconsin Rapids, and now Ashton Potter.
Number 24, Ashton Potter.
Potter now with runners at the corners and 2 outs. That one's going to be lined just foul first base side, or right field side, in on the hands of Potter, and he pulled it. So the inning started out with a fly out to left by Carson Gunderson. Ryan Searing grounded out to third on a great play by Cole O'Brien. Then Sangbush singled. Laddick reached on an error. Lewis had 2 RBI single, and Austin Juniman just singled. Runners at the corners for Wisconsin Rapids and 2 outs. There goes the runner. High outside, no contest. And Juniman reaches second base. 2 more RBIs awaiting for Ashton Potter. Wanted it, missed just outside. Logan George was cruising through this inning. Was running into a speed bump. That one's going to be popped up at second base for Ebersold, and that will end our first inning. But Rapids scores twice on 3 hits. There was an error and 2 left on. We have played an inning complete. Wisconsin Rapids 2, DC Everest nothing. You're watching American Legion Baseball and Zaleski Sports.
Hi, this is Blake from Mobile Ink. I can tint your car, truck, or SUV. I even tint windshields with a film you can't see, but will reduce heat and glare by 43%. We've all seen those do-it-yourself tint jobs that turn purple and start bubbling all over. Not my work. Everything gets tinted by me and inspected before it rolls out the door, including a lifetime warranty. Call Blake at Mobile Ink to schedule your appointment today. 715-424-5432.
When you want to win games, you look for an expert. Here's two-time national champion, Coach Jack Bennett.
I may know a few things about basketball, but I'm a rookie when it comes to vehicles. I trust the team at Sherrill Tire and Service Centers to call those shots. They're professionals. Remove the stress and anxiety of having your vehicle serviced or repaired.
Find your location at SherrillTire.com.
Go with the winning team at Sherrill Tire and Service Centers.
Top of the second inning. Here we go in Wisconsin Rapids again. It looked like it was going to be a quick 1-2-3 inning for Logan George on the mound for for DC Everest. And 3 base hits and an error will big reason now, obviously, for that inning. As Mitch Danielski will be on for DC Everest here, the designated hitter. Danielski, Miller, and Cotter for Everest here in the top of the second inning. First offering from Eli Hahn is swung on and missed, and it's 0-1. Preston Miller on deck. Preston had the big hit last night for Everest in their win against Stevens Point. That one's fouled back and off the top of the mitt of Plowman, and it's 0-2. Hahn in the first inning, a couple of groundouts and a pop-out. Needed just 10 pitches to get through the first. The 0-2. That was going to be fouled at the plate as Danielski's staying alive. As Preston Miller, all the way over from his on-deck spot for Everest, had to chase it down that time. And the 0-2 coming back. Foul straight back. Danielski staying alive. Remains no balls and 2 strikes as Preston Miller, for the third time in this at-bat, will, with a big smile, chase it down and retrieve it for the 0-2. Outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Mitch Danielski, again the designated hitter tonight for DC Everest. Eli Hahn wheels and deals. That one spiked in the dirt, and it's 2-2. Again, Plover and Point have not started yet. They have not gone live yet in Marshfield either. For Wausau and Marshfield, battle for first place. The 2-2 coming back. Going to be chopped over to Lewis and just foul. And Danielski has put together a nice little at-bat here. This is going to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat to Mitch Danielski. Great crowd on hand here in Rapids tonight on this beautiful Thursday in central Wisconsin. The 2-2. Going to be hit over to Sengbush and didn't get a good read on it. And Danielski picks up the first base hit for DC Everest here tonight. Again, a good battle. 8 pitches. That one won by Mitch Danielski. And now Preston Miller, the center fielder. Games going on all 4 diamonds tonight. Obviously, this one, a couple of Little League games or practices or something going on. The softball diamonds. Hahn misses outside for a ball and it's 1-0. Andrew Cotter waits on deck for DC Everest. Runner at first and nobody out, top of the second inning from the Nakusa Port Edward State Bank Field. That was going to be hit over to Gunderson. Double play opportunity. They go to second for one high throw. They're going to get Danielski, and Miller will reach on the fielder's choice. High throw, and it was a slow roller. And Gunderson able to gun out Mitch Danielski to get the first out of the inning. And now Andrew Cotter for Everest. Fleet Farm is your headquarters for tools and hardware. They carry all the top brands like Milwaukee, DeWalt, and Craftsman. So when it's time to upgrade your tools, head into Fleet Farm. Fleet Farm probably serving the Midwest since 1955. Hit straight back. Brewers are off tonight. They will host a 3-game series against Pittsburgh over the weekend. They'll head to Minnesota, and then they will head to San Francisco before the All-Star break. The 0-1. Outside for a ball, 1-1. Brewers 10 games over 500. Leading the NL Central. Go through those standings here in just a little bit. Lead the Central by 3 games over the Cardinals. Now it's going to be a slow roller over to first and foul. 2-team race in the NL Central this year. Brewers and Cardinals, and then the Pirates, Cubs, and Reds all in the rearview mirror. The Mets lead the NL East by 2.5 games over the Braves. Over the Phillies by 7.5. Marlins at 11. Nationals at 22.5 games out. Eli Hahn on the 1-2. There's a swing and a miss, and Hahn picks up his first strikeout of the night. Blew it right past Cotter, and there's 2 away. Now Oscar Latendrez for Everest. And then in the NL West, the Dodgers leading the NL West by 6 games over the Padres. Dodgers at 52-29. Padres 47-36. There's a swing and a miss on a beauty by Hahn, and it's 0-1. Giants out by 10.5. Diamondbacks out by 15.5, and Rockies at 17.5. The 0-1. There's a swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Again, just looking at some of these records, they always say the NL Central, the AL Central are 2 of the worst divisions in all of baseball, and it's really telling. The Braves are 49-34. They're 2.5 games out of first in the NL East, and they have a better record than the Brewers do. There goes the runner. That is it. Swung on and missed by Latendrez. Hahn picks up a pair of strikeouts. We'll look at the AL standings when we come back. You're watching American Legion Baseball. Zaleski Sports.
Wondering what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids has tasty, char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between, check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See our complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken, and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids.
Really got to understand what a nurse is. Do they focus on you? You know, do they make sure that you're comfortable? And, you know, that's what Shai has. It's the connection that he has, you know, my best interest in mind, always.
Why wait another day? Let's take the next step together towards a better life.
Bottom of the second inning we go here in Wisconsin Rapids. It'll be 8-9-1 due up for the Rangers. Simonson, Plowman, and Gunderson for the Rangers. Again, they scored twice in the first inning. Did all of their damage with 2 outs. Made Logan George throw 24 pitches in the first inning. Marco Simonson at the plate now for Wisconsin Rapids, center fielder tonight. First offering to Marcos, misses low for a ball, and it's 1-0. We'll look at the AL standings here in just a moment, as Simonson is ahead in the count 2-0. So the Dodgers at 52 wins, Mets at 51. And the Brewers are at 47. They are leading the division, but they're about 5 games behind the tops of the Dodgers. First off, or the 3-0 is good for a strike to Simonson. In the AL, it's much of the same. And the 3-1 foul straight back, and it runs it runs full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. The Yankees are a game away from picking up their 60th win of the year already. They are 59-23. They're 34-9 at home. The 3-2 is going to be lined into right center field. Long run, and tracking it down is Preston Miller for the first out of the inning. Good speed for Preston. There's 1 up and 1 down. Cannon Plowman now for the Rangers. Cannon made the final out in the bottom of the 8th inning on Tuesday when the Rangers had a chance to tie it up or take the lead in the bottom of the 8th against Marshfield. New York, the Yankees come to Milwaukee as Plowman gets hit on the first offering. And the Rangers with a base runner with 1 out for the top of the order, and Carson Gunderson. A breaking ball that didn't break for George. And there's 1 away for the second baseman, Carson Gunderson. Yankees come to Milwaukee at some point this year. Brewers head to Boston. They play the AL East. First offering to Gunderson misses low. So the Yankees at 59-23. The Red Sox and Rays both at 45-37. They are 14 games out of first. The Blue Jays at 45-38, 14.5. And the Orioles are at 20.5 games out. 20.5 games out at 39-44. Again, that's not terrible compared to where the Orioles have been in the past. That's not too bad. They have a winning record at home at Camden Yards. They're over to first, not in time. The AL Central, the Twins with a 4.5 game lead over the Guardians, 47-38. Guardians at 40-40. White Sox 39-41. That's one of those teams. And that one just missed to Gunderson, and it's 2-1. That's one of those teams, they spend a lot of money, get a lot of good players during the offseason. They can never really put it together. Chicago White Sox, the 2-1. He wanted it, didn't pull the trigger. The Tigers at 34-47. They're 11 games out. Royals at 30-51. They're 15 games out of first place. The 2-2. Swung on and missed, and down goes Gunderson for the second out of the inning. First strikeout of the night for Logan George. And now Ryan Searing, they will have a courtesy runner. Ethan Freeman will run for Cannon Plowman. So Ryan Searing is the runner at first and runner at first and 2 outs for Ryan Searing. In the AL West, the Astros lead it by 13.5 over the Mariners. 54-28 are the Astros. Mariners at 41-42. They are the only division that has their second place team at under 500. Mariners are at 13.5 out of first. Rangers 16 out. Angels 16.5, and the Athletics just with 28 wins this year, 27 games out of first place. And there's a strike. Ball and a strike to Ryan Searing. And nearing the All-Star break, there's a strike to Searing, and it's 1-2. Nearing the All-Star break, we are halfway through, just over halfway through this Major League Baseball season. The 1-2 to Searing. That was going to be hit right field side out of play. All-Star game is on the 19th of July. And then the push into August and September. That's going to be hit over to short. Cotter bobbles. Throw over to first is in time to record Ryan Searing to end our second inning. Wisconsin Rapids goes no runs, no hits, no errors, and one left on via the hit by pitch. We have played 2 complete. It is Rangers 2, Everest nothing. You're watching American Legion Baseball, Zaleski Sports.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
Hi, this is Jill from Home Furniture and Design. Since 1970 and 4 generations, our family has been proudly offering quality furniture like Lazy Boy, Serta, and the Amish to Central Wisconsin. We also offer free in-home design with our professionally trained designers to help you create a space that is uniquely yours, whether it's just a sofa or the entire home.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
West Grand Avenue, Wisconsin Rapids, and Post Road in Plover.
First things first with Midstate Technical College. Dual credit programs earn you college credit in high school. Then choose a path that suits you. Use your skills to start your career or transfer to a university to continue your degree. Choose a new career. Transition easily and quickly by upgrading your skills. Or continue your education with dozens of classes to get you on your path. No matter your stage of the game, your first move is Midstate Technical College.
For DC Everest here in the third, they'll be Cole O'Brien, Brennan Bartlett, and then back to the top of the order for the Post 492 Ball Club. And appreciate everyone tuning in tonight. All of our games on Zaleski Sports are about to kick off. First offering to O'Brien, misses for a ball, 1-0. Stevens Point and Plover just underway at Veterans Memorial Park in Plover. The 1-0. Going to be hit sharply into right field. Base hit. Cole Lax is going to come up throwing, and no throw had. And a leadoff base hit for DC Everest here in the third inning. Again, if you see the reflections, if you're watching Stevens Point and Plover baseball, if you see the reflections in the window, they have air conditioning in those press boxes. That press box in Plover. Wausau and Marshfield about to get underway. Still taking their ins and outs. First offering is good for a strike from Hahn, and it's 0-1. And last time Rapids played at home, it was a pitcher's duel until late in the game against Marshfield. That one spiked and swung on and missed. Rapids scored once in the 5th. Marshfield scored once in the 6th. The Marshfield scored twice in the 8th. Rapids scored once in the 8th. And as mentioned earlier, Cannon Plummet is thrown out at third base to end the game. The 0-2. Swung on and missed. And down goes Bartlett. And that's strikeout number 3 for Eli Hahn. And there's one away for the top of the order. Colin Ebersold grounded it back to Hahn the first time up.
Second baseman, number 2, Colin Ebersold.
First offering is good for a strike, and it's 0-1 to Ebersold. No balls and a strike, one away. Now it bounces, spikes in there for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 away here in the top half of the third inning for DC Everest. Eli Hahn runs his fingers through his hair and repositions. The 1-1. A spinner and a beauty. Ebersold Ebersold held off, but in there for a strike anyway. And man, that was a good one. Eli Hahn, first time through the order, 3 strikeouts That was going to be chopped into the gap, ranging over. Gunderson to first. High throw. Got him. Man, what a play by Carson Gunderson to retire the speedy Colin Ebersold. Nicely done by Carson for the second out. Nice job by Braden Lewis to keep his foot on the base as well. 2 away now for Logan Sherrick. Gunderson getting up, trying to shake off a little bit on that foot. There's a swing and a miss. Way behind it was Sherrick, and it's 0-1. Hahn looks at his runner at second with 2 outs. Ball and a strike now. Do it for Wisconsin Rapids. It'll be 3, 4, and 5 for the Rangers in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Hahn trying to bring us to the 3rd, scoreless, or with no runs given up, and that one's going to be into left field, and they're going to hold the runner at 3rd, and a 2-out base hit for Logan Sherrick. Now there's runners at the corners and 2 outs for Nick Cotter, who popped out to Gunderson to end the 1st inning. And plenty of time, plenty of room for you. Come down, watch baseball, free admission. Have a great time, watch some good baseball. If you have never been to Athletic Park in Wausau, please, 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 that week of regionals, come out and watch a game. That was going to be lifted, popped up, shallow left. In on it is Ryan Searing. He's going to make the catch and end the 3rd inning. No runs on a pair of hits and 2 left on for Everest. We have played 2.5. It is still 2-0 Rangers. You're watching American Legion Baseball, Zaleski Sports.
Rustic Redefined is the area's boutique clothing store for women and children. You'll find a personalized shopping experience with unique and trendy styles to choose from. Rustic Redefined specializes in affordable clothes and accessories with red carpet service. Find your individual style at Rustic Redefined on 8th Street South in Wisconsin Rapids and Rustic Redefined on Facebook.
Caden Sengbush lead things off here in the 3rd. That was going to be slowly chopped down the 3rd base line. Tough play for O'Brien. No play is made. And a head first slide. And Caden Sengbush has his 2nd base hit of the night. Now Cole Laddick reached on an error in the 1st and scored. Can give you these score updates throughout the Zaleski Sports Network. They're in the top of the 1st inning with 2 outs. That one's going to be driven to right center field. Tough play for Sherrick. He's going to make it, though. And there is 1 out. Braden Lewis, again, he had a bloop 2 RBI single in the 1st. And lights are not on yet here. Again, that might be the reason that camera's a little bit dark. One away. Throw to first. That one gets past Latondras, heading to second. And now going to third will be Sengbush. The throw from Latondra is not going to be made. And a two-base error by Logan George. Now there's a runner at third after the second error for Everest. Now Lewis with an opportunity. Braden pops this one up left field side and out of play. Nearly out of play. Infield plays in at all four spots for Everest. The 0-1. Missed high. Evens it up at a ball and strike. And Lewis with the 2 RBIs so far today. The 1-1 is going to be lifted up and out of play. Softball, JV softball side. And runs 1 ball and 2 strikes. Golden opportunity here for Wisconsin Rapids. Just got to put the ball in play. Or in the air somewhere. Caden Sengbush is fast enough, and it evens it up to Braden at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Again, appreciate everyone tuning in tonight. Selesky Sports, your home for Wisconsin Rapids Rangers baseball. The 2-2. Outside, runs full. Austin Juneman awaits on deck for Rapids. And misses outside, and Lewis draws the walk. The first walk issued by Logan George. Now there's runners at the corners for Austin Juneman. Score from Plover, 1-0 Stevens Point in the top of the first. And now a meeting on the mound. See if they will bring in a new pitcher, as they will not, as they will send some relievers to the bullpen. So just giving them a little extra time. And that gives us time to hear from Rapid Sheet Metal. Nobody enjoys being without comfort. Time to plan for the summer months ahead. Give the pros at Rapid Sheet Metal Heating and Cooling a call for furnace and AC service in Wisconsin Rapids. We'll be there rapidly to figure out and take care of the trouble. We'll get the comfort working again right away. Call Rapid Sheet Metal Heating and Cooling at 715-301-0256 and visit online at rapidsheetmetal.com. Austin Juneman with runners at the corners and 1 out. Game has not started in Marshfield yet. Our score here, 2-0. Stevens Point up on Plover, 1-0 after half an inning. Logan George fires home. First offer misses high for a ball, and it's 1-0. Ashton Potter awaits on deck. Again, good speed at third. See if they send Braden. There he goes. Downs fouled straight back. Had a pitch to hit. Fouled it back. Now Braden will have to jog back to first base. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 away. And Rapids has been very aggressive the last couple weeks running the base paths. Now it's going to be hit right field side and just foul. Just behind it was Juneman. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Austin. Lewis stands at first base. Sengbush from third. The 1-2 misses high, runs even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Sengbush started the inning off with a single. That was a slow roller to third base. The 2-2. Swung on and missed at a pitch out of the zone. And there's 2 away here. Second strikeout of the night for Logan George. And now Ashton Potter's going to try and try and get these runners in and not leave them stranded as the Rangers have done so often this year. Leave runners on. First offering to Ashton. Misses inside for a ball, and it's 1-0. Mobile Inc. in Wisconsin Rapids is your go-to for car and boat services, including window tinting, remote start, and accessorizing. It's Mobile Inc. here in Wisconsin Rapids. The 1-0. 2-0 to Ashton. Lewis from first, Sangbush from third. Warm-up action there was in the Everest bullpen as Logan George is closing in on 60 pitches. Strike to Potter. Marcos Simonson on deck if he gets his opportunity. The 2-1. Going to be hit sharply. Again, in on the hands, and now George has come back and evened it up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Have to retrieve the ball as Latondras went down there to get it for Everest. And Logan George trying to work out of it here in the 3rd inning. The 2-2 coming back to Potter. That was going to be hit into center. Long run, dropping quickly, and it gets through the glove of Preston Miller, and they're going to send Lewis home. And the throw will not be made. 2 runs will score. And Rapids does capitalize. As Potter gets the second. And that might be it for Logan George. Not touched. So a 2 RBI double for Ashton Potter, and that'll be it for Logan George. We'll take a quick timeout. Rapids 4, Everest nothing. We play in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Runner at second is Potter, and Marco Simonson coming up for the Rangers. Again, you're watching American Legion Baseball, Zaleski Sports.
If you lose direction, you can grab my hand. I'll be the one behind you to say no one-man band. Just follow your dreams and keep your promises.
We're all different, but we all want great health insurance. See why we're rated #1 in service, coverage, and affordability in Central Wisconsin.
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on US Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com.
Call of the bullpen has been made, and Pearson McDonald, the new pitcher for DC Everest. Marcos Simonson now up. Runner at second is Potter with 2 outs. And the first offering for McDonald spikes in there. That's 1 ball and no strikes. Logan George goes 2 2/3, gives up 5 hits, a walk and 2 strikeouts, 60 pitches for him. That was going to be popped up, foul territory, long run, and it's going to fall. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike to Simonson. DNL Recreation for all your camper needs in Wisconsin Rapids. Head over to DNL Recreation. Cannon Plummet on deck. Rapids looking to add some more here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Now it's going to be popped up on the infield. Over on it is Ebersold. He's going to make the catch to end the third inning. Rapids scores twice on 2 hits. There was an error, and there was 1 left on. We have play 3 complete. Rapids 4, Everest nothing. You're watching American Legion Baseball, Zaleski Sports.
At Bauer & Fine Business Technologies in Marshfield, our company has been serving Central Wisconsin since 1955. We're still locally owned and believe strongly in supporting the communities that support us. If you're a current customer, thank you. If you're not a current customer, we'd love to work with you. Let's talk about copiers, printers, postage meters, and network services. Give us a call today at 800-288-2712 or visit our website at b-bt.com. Bauer & Fine Business Technologies. Better business together.
Don't let pain or mobility issues keep you from enjoying life. Let our physical therapy doctors and our staff at Roberts Physical Therapy help you recover your ability to move easily and live free of aches and pains, providing effective individual treatment plans. Whether you're experiencing problems with balance and mobility, you're experiencing pain in your low back, or you're dealing with any other physical challenges, we'll take care of you. For more information on how we can service your needs, contact us today.
Eli Hahn now back out there for the 4th inning. He's got a 4-0 lead now. Mitch Danielski to lead things off for Everest post 492 here in the top of the 4th inning. Danielski, Miller, and Cotter for post 492. As Eli Hahn has worked 3 innings, given up 3 hits, no runs, and has left 3 runners stranded for Everest here tonight. Throw down by Plumman, and we're about to get underway here with Mitch Danielski. Again, beautiful night here in central Wisconsin as the Red Rangers look to close out the week with the win. Danielski, the designated hitter, he singled after an 8-pitch at-bat in the second. Spinner ran high, and it's 1-0. And sun sneaking underneath the cloud to our west. There's a swing and a miss, blew right past him. Not underneath, just setting, and so it's peeking through. Runs even at a ball and a strike to Mitch Danielski. Good for a strike. Hahn ahead in the count. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Again, let us know where you're watching from. Zaleski Sports here tonight. It's your home for Rangers baseball. The 1-2. That one's going to be driven to left. Back on it is Searing, still drifting back on the run. It gets over his head. One hops the wall, and Danielski picks up his second base hit of the night. He's going to try for third, and he is not going to make it. He is out at third base. Not sure what Danielski was thinking, but a leadoff double and then erased at third base. And there's 1 away. So the base double is counted for Danielski, and then he thought it was going to be bobbled or something out there, and then he was thrown out by Carson Gunderson. I believe that's who it was. But nonetheless, there's 1 away after a smoked base hit by Danielski, and then he gets thrown out. And Eli Hahn has a little bit of mojo back, and it's 0-1. Was not going to stop was Mitch Danielski. Outside, runs even. One ball and 1 strike. Spinner misses low, 2-1. The 2-1 coming back. 3-1 now to Preston Miller. That was going to be hit right off of Eli Hahn, and nobody there, and a base hit for Preston Miller. So back-to-back base hits, but there's only one runner on for Everest. They're going to make sure that Eli is all right. Pushes or shakes, waves, I should say, Cord Halber away, and just making sure he's all right. And we're good to go as Cord with a big grin as he exits the field. And now Andrew Cotter struck out in the second inning. Runner at first and one out for Everest here in the fourth. The first offering to Cotter is good for a strike. The 0-1. That was fouled at the plate. It hits Cotter in the batter's box. The 0-2. That was a high chopper to first and foul. No balls, 2 strikes to Cotter. With one out. Oh, misses inside. Cotter spins out of the way. Runner at first is Miller. Again, the sun now making itself known here. That one's going to be hit into right center field. That one's going to get down. And another base hit for DC Everest. Third base hit of the inning. Now Oscar Latondras, who struck out in the second, is up to bat for DC Everest.
First baseman, number 14, Oscar Latondras.
Latondras with 2 on and 1 out. Biggest opportunity here for Everest tonight as Latondras swings and misses. Cole O'Brien awaiting on deck. Runners at first and second with 1 out. Try to get him to chase again, misses outside. One ball, 1 strike. Swung on and missed. Behind the fastball is Eli Hahn is ahead in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 coming back. That one's going to be popped up and out of play. On the night, 3 strikeouts. And no walks so far for Eli Hahn. He's about to throw his 59th pitch of the night. The 1-2. Got him looking backwards. K right on the outside corner. And there's 2 away as Eli picks up strikeout number 4. And now Cole O'Brien singled and left stranded at third in the third inning. Two on, 2 out for Everest. We play in the top of the 4th inning. There's a spinner and a beauty from Eli Hahn. No balls and a strike to Hahn. Or for Hahn, as that one is swung on a miss. Blew it past him, and O'Brien's behind the count. No balls and 2 strikes. Eli wheels and deals. Knuckled foul up along first. 18 beautiful holes of golf awaits you at the Ridges Golf Course in Wisconsin Rapids. Enjoy their new outdoor patio and updated banquet hall to go along with well-manicured greens, hazards, and challenging holes. That is the Ridges Golf Course in Wisconsin Rapids. The 0-2 popped up, out of play. Look out over here. And it remains no balls and 2 strikes to Cole O'Brien. The 0-2 coming back and just fought it off. Good battle here. The 0-2 again. Gonna be knuckled and over the head of Lewis. That one's gonna be trouble. Gonna go down to the right field side. One will score. They're gonna hold the runner. He's gonna be safe at second and an RBI double for Cole O'Brien. That was a great at bat. Won by O'Brien. Good battle. And on an 0-2 pitch, after fouling off quite a few of them. Now Brennan Bartlett, who struck out in the third. Now it's going to be lifted into center. Simonson coming on and making the catch to end the 4th inning. For Everest in the inning. A run on 4 hits, no errors, and 2 left on. We have played 3.5. It is Rapids 4, Everest 1. You're watching American Legion Baseball. Zaleski Sports.
Little Sprouts is now open in Rudolph with the same great child care you know about in Auburndale. Here's Brooke Sievers to tell us about it.
The community here in Rudolph has been extremely welcoming, and we're excited to serve here just like we do up in Auburndale. Part of the process is to help out the school districts and to help the children their 4K children to stay close and get services right here. We serve here in Rudolph 1-year-olds up until 12-year-olds, and up in Auburndale we serve 6 weeks old until 12-year-olds.
Our Auburndale pea pods, wiggle worms, busy bees, and fireflies welcome the Rudolph sweet potatoes, lovely ladybugs, and beautiful butterflies. Contact Little Sprouts Learning Garden on Facebook today.
Hi, this is Van Patrick Oates from Rapids Awards and More. People ask, what is the more part of Awards and More? Well, that means that we're more than just an award store. We engrave glass, wood, plastic, guns, Yeti cups, medals, knives, and so much more. We're located on the web at awardsandmore.us. And if you're in the Wisconsin Rapids area, visit our physical store at 1210 Pepper Avenue or check us out on Facebook. Rapids Awards and More than just awards.
Bottom of the 4th inning we go here in Wisconsin Rapids. Cannon Plowman to lead things off for the Rangers. He was hit by a pitch in the 2nd inning. It's Pearson McDonald in for Everest in his first full inning of work. Came in with 2 outs in the bottom of the 3rd. Now it's going to be lifted into center field. Long run for Miller, and that one's going to fall as Cannon Plowman with a base hit. First base hit for Cannon tonight, and there's a runner at first with nobody out for the top of the order in Carson Gunderson. Gunderson, a fly on a strikeout tonight.
The second baseman, number 15, Carson Gunderson.
Runner at first and nobody out. They will let Plowman run for himself, at least with nobody out and maybe one out. That one's going to be lifted into left. Over on it is Bartlett, and he's going to make the catch. And there's one away for Ryan Searing. Spectrum Benefit Solutions has offices located throughout central Wisconsin. Spectrum Benefit Solutions is your group benefits provider for health, dental, accident, and life insurance. Spectrum Benefit Solutions works with hundreds of clients of all sizes to help you attract and retain the best employees. Find Spectrum Benefit Solutions on Facebook. Get started today. Now Ryan Searing with the runner at first and one out. First offering to Ryan, misses inside. We have baseball for you tomorrow at Jack Hackman Field in Marshfield. It is a added game. That one misses low. It is an added game for the Wisconsin Rapids Red Hawks. They'll be heading up to Marshfield to take on the Chaparrals in a non-league game. There's a strike to Searing. The Holman feature, I believe they're supposed to play, was Marshfield. Do not have enough guys, and so they will not be making the trip to Marshfield tomorrow. So Rapids looking for a game before their game on Saturday against Tomahawk. The 3-1. That one's going to be lifted right field side. Long run for Sherrick, and that one's going to be in foul territory. They'll use the ball. That was just hit foul. And give you some score updates from around the Zaleski Sports Network here tonight. Appreciate everyone tuning in tonight. Highlights of this game later on tomorrow. They'll be posted tomorrow morning or afternoon. The 3-2 to Searing. And Ryan draws the walk. 2 on and 1 out now for Caden Sengbush. A pair of singles tonight for Caden. A hard hit in the first and a slow roller in the third. 2 for 2 on the night. Plowman at second, Searing at first. Big gap on the right side of the infield. Now back over it is Ebersold. First one to Sengbush is good for a strike, and it's 0-1. Two on, one out. The 0-1 back to Caden. Same spot, same result. And McDonald is ahead in the count. No balls and 2 strikes. Ball game just over an hour old here in Wisconsin Rapids tonight. First pitch at 7:02. We play at 8:10. McDonald steps off as Ebersold went back to his spot at second base, and Nick Cotter was trying to sneak behind Plowman at second. The 0-2 coming back. That one's going to be hit into the gap, left center field. Plowman's going to be waved around. That one again gets past Miller. And an RBI base hit for Caden Sengbush. 3 singles tonight for Caden. Gets to second. Give him an RBI as well. That was 2 on and 1 out for Cole Laddick. That one's in the dirt for a ball. So Preston Miller having tough time out in center field tonight with the turf surface. And Laddick is ahead in the count, 2-0. So Caden Sengbush tonight 3 for 3 with an RBI. 2 runs scored. He stands at second base with 1 out. And Ryan Searing stands at third. That one's going to be driven to deep left center field. Back on it is Miller. Searing will tag. The throw will be made and cut off, and a sacrifice fly for Cole Laddick. Rapids adds another one. Sangbush stays at second for Braden Lewis with 2 outs. Plummet started with a single. Gunderson flew out to left. Searing walked. Sangbush singled, and Laddick with the sacrifice fly. First offering to Braden misses inside. Austin Juneman awaiting on deck. The 1-0 to Lewis. 2-0. Got a good night. Baseball. Beautiful weather. A little toasty during the day, but can't ask for much better weather as we've had at times this summer for baseball. Lewis looks at a strike. Have maybe 1 or 2 games rained out. Haven't had that many. Not many. Knock on wood that we have good weather for regionals in Wausau in 2 weeks. Starts 2 weeks from 2 weeks from yesterday, and Lewis is ahead in the count 3-1. Now it's fouled straight back into the screen, and it's 3-2. Austin Judeman tracks it down. Runner at second is Sangbush. Lewis in the left-handed batter's box. The 3-2 coming home. 2 away in the bottom of the 4th. And that one misses. 2-out walk for Braden Lewis. And now Austin Juneman. 2 on, 2 out. Bottom of the 4th inning. Rangers again put up a crooked number. Gunderson flew out and then sacrifice fly. First offering to Juneman is good for a strike. Austin struck out in the 3rd. Two on, 2 out, bottom of the 4th inning. Again, another crooked number, 2 across here in the inning. Now evens it back up at a ball and a strike. Give you some score updates here in just a moment on Zaleski Sports. The 1-1 coming back for McDonald. Inside again. Ashton Potter awaits on deck. He had a 2 RBI double back in the 3rd inning. 6-1 Rangers. Long pause, fires home. Bounces in there. That one gets past. Wild pitch. Runners advance on that wild pitch. And now there's 2 in scoring position. 2 in scoring position. 3-1 count to Austin Juneman. Score from Marshfield. They play in the bottom of the 1st. Wausau up 2-0. Again, that is a battle for first place in the Valley. 3-1 coming back. That one's going to be lined into left center field. Over on it is Preston Miller, and he is going to make the catch to retire Rapids here in the 4th. 2 more runs across on 2 more base hits. There was an error, and 2 left on. We have played 4 complete. It is 6-1 Rapids. You're watching American Legion Baseball, Zaleski Sports.
Hi, this is Blake from Mobile Ink. I can tint your car, truck, or SUV. I even tint windshields with a film you can't see, but will reduce heat and glare by 43%. We've all seen those do-it-yourself tint jobs that turn purple and start bubbling all over. Not my work. Everything gets tinted by me and inspected before it rolls out the door, including a lifetime warranty. Call Blake at Mobile Ink to schedule your appointment today. 715-424-5432.
When you want to win games, you look for an expert. Here's 2-time national champion, Coach Jack Bennett.
I may know a few things about basketball, but I'm a rookie when it comes to vehicles. I trust the team at Sherrill Tire and Service Centers to call those shots. They're professionals. Remove the stress and anxiety of having your vehicle serviced or repaired.
Find your location at SherrillTire.com.
Go with the winning team at Sherrill Tire and Service Centers.
Top of the order, do it for Everest. Ebersol looks at a ball high. That's one ball and no strikes. Ebersol 0 for 2 tonight, a couple of ground outs. The 1-0 back. Inside, 2-0. Two balls and no strikes. There's a strike. Eli Hahn in his 5th inning of work here tonight. Two one back. Right down, 8th straight for a strike, and it evens it up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Eli Hahn, the 2-2. Outside, just missed. Hahn wanted it. Didn't get the call, and it runs full. Three balls and 2 strikes. Wheels and deals. High chopper to first. Lewis backs up. Fair ball. Braden will take it himself and just got him. Holy cow. That was as close as it gets over at first base. Lewis backed up to play the turf hop. And then Ebersol almost beat him to the bag. Extremely, extremely close as Logan Sherrick now with 1 out. A ground out and a single for Logan tonight. Now it's going to be hit. Gunderson leaped for it. And RBI base hit. Now the number 3 hitter, Nick Cotter. That's the 8th hit already, or that's the 8th hit of the night for Everest. Only had 1 run across. Have left 5 runners on base. Zach's Technology in downtown Wisconsin Rapids is your go-to for residential and commercial computer repair, custom built desktops, off-site backup, and mobile repair. That's Zach's Technology here in Wisconsin Rapids. Runner at first and 1 out. The lights shine on here in Wisconsin Rapids. 6-1 Rangers. We play again at the top of the 5th inning. The 0-1 comes back. Spinner misses high, and it runs even at a ball and a strike. Again, score updates from around the Zaleski Sports Network. We'll get them again here for you. Now it's going to be a slow roller over to third. And that one's going to get off the glove of Sangbush. It's going to be an infield base hit for Cotter. So back-to-back base hits to start off the 5th inning with 1 away now for Mitch Danielski. A single and a double. Danielski thrown out at third, trying to stretch it into a triple back in the 4th inning. Score in Plover, 2-1 Black Sox. They're in the top of the 4th inning. And then in Marshfield, they play in the top of the 2nd, 2-0 Wausau. Runners at first and second with 1 out for Danielski. A couple of hard hit balls tonight for Mitch. First offering is good for a strike, and both times he had 2 strikes on him. In the first, it was a 2-2 count that he singled. And then in the 4th, it was a 1-2 count that he hit over the head of Ryan Searing in left field. The 0-1. Foul straight back. No balls and 2 strikes. 2 on, 1 out. Top of the 5th inning here in Wisconsin Rapids. American Legion Baseball on Zaleski Sports. Hahn comes set. Pitch number 79 for Eli. Now it's going to be grounded right back up the middle. Sangbush will get the tag. No, he's safe. Everybody's going to be safe. He missed the tag. And now the bases are loaded for Preston Miller. Fielder's choice and a single tonight for Preston and a run scored. The 10th hit of the game for DC Everest. 3 on, 1 out. Again, slow roller over the mound. Tough play for Sengbush, and he missed the tag. Good slide over there by Nick Cotter. First offering from Hahn is good for a strike. And Eli has done a nice job limiting the damage here tonight. He needs to pull a rabbit out of his shoe here. Rabbit out of his hat. Rabbit's foot, that's what it is. 1-1 coming back. Outside. 2-1. Have to come back with something good here with 1 out. Bases are loaded. Preston Miller, the hero last night in Stevens Point. The 2-1. Right down the gut. Right at the knees, and it evens it up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Again, the Rangers sitting outside of the dugout to the third base side. Coach Helber standing in the far door, far opening. Hahn steps off. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Preston Miller. Jake Tokarski gets a ball. Maybe going to the bullpen. The 2-2. Now he's going to be fouled at the plate and straight back. Looks like that's who it is. Ethan Freeman. Unless Ethan's grabbing a ball. See who will start warming up for Wisconsin Rapids. It looks like Jake Tokarski heading to the mound in the bullpen. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch number 85 for Eli Hahn. Low and away. Count runs full. Just missed. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 away. We play in the top of the 5th inning. 3 base hits, 3 singles. Not all that hardly hit. The payoff coming back for Hahn. And walked him in. So an RBI the easy way for Preston Miller. And Everest on the board here in the 5th inning. And now Andrew Cotter with bases loaded, singled, left stranded at 3rd in the 4th. Tokarski working quickly, warming up quickly. A strikeout and a single for Andrew Cotter tonight. Now it's going to be fouled off of Plowman, 0-1. Oscar Latondras awaits on deck for post 492. No balls and a strike. In there for a strike. 0-2 now. To Andrew Cotter, the catcher, 6th spot in the batting lineup, batting order. The 0-2. Fouled back, staying alive. As Latondras will track it down. Take a minute here and wait Latondras to get back to the on-deck circle. The 0-2. Slow roller to first and foul. Good long battles here by the Everest batters. No balls and 2 strikes. That's a wait for Mitch Danielski to touch second base to restart here. The 0-2. Swung on and missed, and a big strikeout for Hahn. That is strikeout number 5 for Eli tonight. And there's 2 away now for Oscar Latondras. Bases are loaded for the big first baseman. Could be Eli Hahn's final inning, and he is throwing a dandy here. He's given up 10 hits, but only 2 runs. First offering. That one's going to be hit into left. That one's going to get down. One will score. They're going to send the runner Danielski, bobbled out in left by Searing, and that one gets past Searing. Coming around to score will be Preston Miller. 3 runs in for Everest. So a 2 RBI double for Latondras, and then the error by Searing, allowing Preston Miller to come in to score. So the error, a 2 RBI double for Latondras, went after the first pitch that he saw after striking out twice. And now it's a 6-5 game. That one is fouled at the plate. And it's 0-1 to Cole O'Brien. Couple of hits tonight for Cole, a single and a double. Runner at second and 2 outs. Everest with 4 here in the 5th. The 0-1 count to Cole O'Brien. That one's going to be hit into right center field. That's trouble. Getting down in front of Laddick. They're going to send Danielski. The throw home is not going to be in time. An RBI base hit for Cole O'Brien. And we are tied up here in the 5th inning. Gets to second on the throw. And we're just like that. We're tied up for Brennan Bartlett. 5 in the 5th for Everest. A strikeout and a flyout for Brennan. And going after early pitches against Hahn here in the 5th inning. Misses low and in for a ball, 1-0. 9th hitter of the inning. 5 hits. And the 1-0. Now it's going to be hit over to Sengbush at short. Gobbles it up, throws it across, and retires Bartlett to end the 5th inning. For Everest in the 5th, they score 5 times. On 5 hits, there was an error, and there was a runner left on. We have played 4.5. It is now Rapids 6, Everest 6. You're watching American Legion Baseball, Zaleski Sports.
Wondering what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids has tasty char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between, check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See our complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids.
Really got to understand what a nurse is. Do they focus on you? You know, do they make sure that you're comfortable? And you know, that's what Shai has. It's the connection that he has. You know, my best interest in mind always.
Why wait another day? Let's take the next step together towards a better life.
Ashton Potter to lead things off against new pitcher Nick Cotter. Colin Ebersold went over to shortstop. Do not know who. Can't quite see the number 3 over at second base. Ebersold over to short. And a new second baseman, number 3 for Everest. Nobody on, nobody out. Bottom of the 5th inning, 6-6 now. And a strike in from Cotter, and it's 2 balls and a strike. And great crowd on hand here in Wisconsin Rapids. Another close game for the Rangers. Doesn't ever seem to be easy. And it's 3-1. Going all the way back to their game against Wausau last week, where Wausau walked it off. And then Rangers came back home and walked it off against Merrill, as Potter lines this one foul. And then Marshfield won in extra innings on Tuesday. Rapids is down 4-0 after the first inning yesterday. Came back and won 13-9. And a close one again here tonight. Popped up, out of play. Look out back here. Jake Tokarski working quickly to warm up in the bullpen for the Rangers. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Ashton Potter. Pop out and a 2 RBI double. Lifted up and out of play again. Remains full. (3-2). Driven to right field side. Long run for Sherrick. And just not enough real estate for him. That one bounced out of play. And it remains 3-2. Good battle here for the first hitter that Nick Cotter is facing, Ashton Potter. 9th pitch of the inning. Or of the at-bat, I should say. And Potter wins the battle. A leadoff walk for Ashton Potter. Nicely done by the Ranger third baseman. And now Marco Simonson.
Center fielder, number 14, Marcos Simonson.
First offering. Squares the bunt. Gets it down right in front of home plate. Pitcher's mound. Throw to first in time to retire Simonson, but the sacrifice bunt is successful on the 1-3, and there's one away. As Potter goes to second, now Cannon Plowman with a runner at second and one out.
The Rangers catcher, number 12, Cannon Plowman.
Runner at second, one out. Cannon Plowman, a hit by a pitch and a single. First offering to Cannon. There's a spinner low, but gets the call anyway, and it's 0-1. Scoreline so far, Rangers 6 runs, 7 hits, and an error. Everest with 6 runs, 12 hits, and an error. Outside, try to get him to chase. No doing. Nothing doing, I should say. 1 ball and 1 strike to Cannon Plowman. Swung out a high one, and it's 1-2. Waiting for it to break and never broke, and he swung and missed. Potter stands at second with 1 out. Top of the order due up next for Wisconsin Rapids and Carson Gunderson. Cotter wheels and deals home. Missed outside, runs even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Still a ways away from it now, but don't forget, Nacerville Dairy postgame show will wrap this game up for us here on Zaleski Sports. The 2-2. High and tight. Plumman ducks and twists out of the way. Tout runs full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Nick Cotter sets and fires. And able to stay alive. Fighting it off was Cannon Plumman. Nicely done by the Ranger catcher. Gunderson on deck for Wisconsin Rapids. Looking for his opportunity. Hope for him the opportunity with 2 on. The 3-2 coming home. Fouled it into the screen again. 3 balls and 2 strikes, 1 away. Bottom of the 5th inning. Game tied at 6 after a Everest 5 spot in the top half of this inning. The 3-2 coming back to Plummet. And fouled it in the mitt. Nicely done by Andrew Cotter to hang on to it. And there's 2 away after the foul into the mitt and the strikeout. And now Carson Gunderson 0 for 3 tonight. A couple of flyouts to left and a strikeout. Potter stands at second with 2 outs. 0 for 3 tonight. A couple of flyouts to left and a strikeout. First one to Gunderson is called a strike, and it's 0-1. The 0-1 fires back. Now it's going to be dribbled over to second. Tough play for for the new second baseman. Not in time. Infield single for Carson Gunderson. And there's runners at the corners as Gunderson breaks that 0 for 3 streak with a base hit. And now Ryan Searing. Couple of ground outs and a walk for Ryan tonight. Expect Carson not to last long over at first base. Runners at the corners, 2 outs, bottom of the 5th inning, tied at 6. Got another slugfest here tonight. It was last night up in Anago as well. Searing trying to come through big here for Wisconsin Rapids. Again, don't expect Gunderson to stay at first base for very long. First offering from Cotter. It misses high for a ball on Ryan Searing. Caden Sengbush waits on deck. Caden 3 for 3 tonight. Game has slowed down tremendously. A 1-0. Outside, 2-0. Get you a couple scores here from the network. Top of the 3rd inning in Marshfield, 2-1 Wausau over the Marshfield Blue Devils. In for a strike, and it's 2-1 to Ryan Searing, right on again on that outside corner. Runners at the corners and 2 outs. The 2-1 coming home. That one's going to be lined into left field. That one's going to get down, and the Rangers have the lead here in the bottom of the 5th inning. A hanging breaking ball, and Ryan Searing took advantage. Potter scores, and the Rangers have the lead in the 5th. Great speed on the base paths for shortstop Caden Sengbush. Score from Plover, 5-1 Black Sox over Stevens Point. 2 on, 2 out. Great speed for Wisconsin Rapids. Spinner missed high for a ball, 1-0. The 1-0 coming back. Foul straight back at us, and it evens it up at a ball and a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 away. The 1-1 coming home. That one's going to be driven to left. Back on it is Bartlett. He's going to track it down and end the 5th inning. Rangers get one back, though. They take the lead on an RBI single by Ryan Searing. We have played 5 complete. Rangers 7, Everest 6. You're watching American Legion Baseball, Zaleski Sports.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
Hi, this is Jill from Home Furniture and Design. Since 1970 and 4 generations, our family has been proudly offering quality furniture like Lazy Boy, Serta, and the Amish to Central Wisconsin. We also offer free in-home design with our professionally trained designers to help you create a space that is uniquely yours, whether it's just a sofa or the entire home.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
West Grand Avenue, Wisconsin Rapids, and Post Road in Plover.
Jake Tokarski, our new pitcher for Wisconsin Rapids. Eli Hahn goes 5 innings, gives up 12 hits, 6 runs, 5 of them earned, a walk, and 5 strikeouts tonight in his outing. Jake Tokarski will take it for Rapids. Eli finished with 96 pitches. Top of the order, 2 up here for Everest. Colin Ebersol to lead things off. 0 for 3 today is Colin. First offering from Jake Tokarski is good for a strike.
Now pitching for the Rangers, number 27, Jake Tokarski.
Eli Hahn, 96 tosses tonight in 5 innings. A low strike, and Ebersol didn't like it. No balls and 2 strikes. We start here in the top of the 6th. The 0-2. Spinner grounded over to second. Gunderson plays on hop. Tough play, not in time. Going to be an infield single for Ebersol. 13th hit of the night for Everest. That was, again, another slow roller over to over to second. And another base runner here for Everest as we start off the 6th inning.
The right fielder, number 20, Logan Sherrick.
Now Logan Sherrick at the plate. 2 for 3 today, a couple of singles and a ground out. First offering to Logan misses high. They're in the bottom of the 5th inning in Plover, 5-1 Black Sox. 1-0 count. Logan Sherrick. In for a strike, evens it up. Score from Marshfield. They're in the bottom of the 3rd inning, 2-1 Wausau. Wausau looking to close in on a conference title. The 1-1. Low. Again, appreciate everyone tuning in tonight on Zaleski Sports. You're home for Wisconsin Rapids Rangers baseball. That one's low and in the dirt. 3-1 from Tokarski. Three balls and a strike. Tokarski looks at his runner, Ebersold, who had an infield single. Popped up, third base side. Potter, it is playable. He's going to track it down for the out. One away now for Nick Cotter, the pitcher. Pop out, fly out, and a single for Nick today.
The shortstop, number 7, Nick Cotter.
Runner at first, one away. 7-6 Rangers. We play in the top of the 6th inning. First offering to Cotter is good for a strike. Mitch Danielski, was 3 for 3 tonight, stands on deck. Again, Tokarski in relief of Eli Hahn. Slow roller to Potter at third. Tough play. On the run, throws high and down. Got him out. Nicely done by Braden Lewis. On a high throw from Ashton Potter, and there's 2 outs. And that is the risk you run. You want Braden's bat in the lineup, but not the biggest of first baseman over at first base. Now Mitch Danielski with 2 outs. Mitch singled in the 2nd, doubled in the 4th, singled in the 5th. Ebersold stands at second base with 2 outs. First offering misses low. It's 1-0. Again, great crowd on hand here tonight in Wisconsin Rapids. Great crowd in person, great crowd watching online as well. Appreciate it. The 1-0. Slow roller. Tokarski comes off the mound, steps and throws, and a wide throw, but again, Lewis able to corral it for out number 3. No runs on a base hit and 1 left. We have played 5.5. Rangers lead 7-6. You're watching American Legion Baseball. Zaleski Sports.
First things first with Mid-State Technical College. Dual credit programs earn you college credit in high school. Then choose a path that suits you. Use your skills to start your career or transfer to a university to continue your degree. Choose a new career. Transition easily and quickly by upgrading your skills. Or continue your education with dozens of classes to get you on your path. No matter your stage of the game, your first move is Mid-State Technical College.
Rustic Redefined is the area's boutique clothing store for women and children. You'll find a personalized shopping experience with unique and trendy styles to choose from. Rustic Redefined specializes in affordable clothes and accessories with red carpet service. Find your individual style at Rustic Redefined on 8th Street South in Wisconsin Rapids and Rustic Redefined on Facebook.
Cole Laddick to lead things off for the Rangers in the 6th. Looks at a ball high. Laddick, Lewis, and Juneman for Rapids here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. In for a strike, and it's 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, nobody out. There's a swing and a miss in the dirt. That's 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes, nobody out. Foul straight back, remains 1-2. That one's going to be lined into right field. That's trouble. That one's going to get into the corner all the way to the wall. And Laddick will race around second. He's going to be held right there. And a leadoff double for Cole Laddick. And a good rip to the opposite field. And now Braden Lewis with a runner at second and nobody out.
The first baseman, number 21, Braden Lewis.
That one misses inside for a ball. And that one misses low. 2-0. Foul straight back. 2-1. Austin Juneman awaiting on deck. Leadoff double for Cole Laddick. He stands at second base with nobody out. Wheels and deals. Spinner missed high. 3-1. Again, don't forget, Nacefield Area postgame show coming up at the conclusion of this game. We'll have an opportunity to go down on the field, talk to the winning coach and the player of the game. The 3-1. And Lewis draws the walk. Right now it's Ryan Searing because he's got the game-winning hit in the 5th inning. We'll see how things pan out here the rest of the way. Sudsy Car Wash is your express tunnel car wash, plus a 24-hour touchless car wash. They offer an express interior clean and so much more. Keep your vehicle clean at Sudsy Car Wash on 8th Street in Wisconsin Rapids. Right by Pick and Save. Over by Grace's Restaurant. Juneman today, 1 for 3, a single, a strikeout, and a flyout. Offering to Austin, misses low and away. Ashton Potter waits on deck for the Rangers. The 1-0. Right on the outside, gets it in for a strike. And appreciate everyone tuning in tonight here on Zaleski Sports. As again, it's hard to believe, just 2 weeks from yesterday, that was going to be knuckled foul. 2 weeks from yesterday is the start of the Legion Regional. They play in the top of the 4th inning. Marshfield with a 4-2 lead on Wausau. That's big out in up in Marshfield. The 1-2 coming back to Juneman. There goes the runner. No throw. There is a throw, not in time. And Cole Laddick will steal third base. Lewis to second. Has 2 balls and 2 strikes. Speed, speed, speed. And Laddick didn't get the triple, but now he stands at third base, and the infield plays in for Everest. Nobody out here in the 6th. Now back out of the windup. Swung on a miss, fouled it into the mitts, and Juneman's down via the strikeout for the second time tonight. And there's 1 away for Ashton Potter. Potter tonight, a pop-out, 2 RBI double, and a walk. A run scored in the game as well. Now Ashton Potter with Lewis at second and Laddick at third. And the offering from Cotter. A spinner and a beauty. Potter gave up on it before he even crossed the plate. No balls and a strike. This has been an Achilles heel of the Rangers this year. Talked to Coach Helber about it. Leaving runners on. They've left 8 on tonight through 5 innings. Potter trying to erase that. That was going to be hit first base side and foul. Marcos Simonson awaiting on deck. One ball and 2 strikes. Kicks and fires. High and away. And if I am correct, then, and I might not be, Eli Hahn, because he was not substituted yet, would still be in line for the win. And Tokarski will get a 2 out miss tie. 2-inning save if it comes down to that. 3 balls and 2 strikes with 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Still a lot of work to do for the Rangers, though. The 3-2. And walked him. Bases loaded now for Marcos Simonson. Fly out, pop out, and a sacrifice bunt for Marcos tonight. And a meeting on the mound will happen. With that, we'll give you some score updates. Or now we'll give you our upcoming schedule here on Zaleski Sports. Upcoming schedule tomorrow, again, the Marshfield Chaparrals will host the Wisconsin Rapids Redhawks. 7 o'clock. It's Dairyland League Baseball because that's the teams that are playing, but it is a non-league game. Saturday, Tomahawk comes here to Wisconsin Rapids. 4 p.m. first pitch. Haugen will be in Marshfield. The Haugen Hornets. Rematch of the WBA regional final last year, a regional semifinal or something, up in Haugen. And meeting is over. And now Marcos Simonson trying to have the gut punch hit here. Corner infielders play in. And first offering to Marcos misses high and away for a ball. Corner infielders are even with the bags. Middle infielders play normal depth. And Simonson into right center field. That one is going to get down. And coming in to score will be Laddick. And an RBI base hit for Marcos Simonson. And the Rangers tack on another one here in the 6th. And now Cannon Plowman. Hit by a pitch, a single and a strikeout. Again, fell right in front of Sherrick and Wright. All these insurance runs, huge for the Rangers. First offering to Cannon is good for a strike, and it's 0-1. Might be hard to find a player of the game here when we finish this one up, the 0-1. And that one gets past. Braden Lewis will come in to score on the wild pitch. Lewis scores on the wild pitch. Again, Rangers add another one. And now there's 2 in scoring position with 1 out here in the 6th. 9-6 Rapids. The only inning they haven't scored in was the 2nd. Now infield plays in. No double play chances anymore. Plowman swings through it, and it's 1-2. Gunderson awaits on deck for the Rangers. 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 9-6 Rapids. Cotter shakes one off. Gets the second one that he likes. Low and away. And Logan George started the game for Everest. He went 2 2/3, gave up 5 hits, 4 runs, a walk, and a pair of strikeouts. The 2-2. A spinner popped up, shallow center. That is trouble. That one's going to fall. One will score, and an RBI bloop single for Cannon Plowman. Again, not hard hit balls, but they're placing them where they're not. And now back to the top of the order. Rangers, again, just station to station as Ethan Ethan Freeman will come in to run for Cannon Plowman. Cannon looks over to Coach Halber and says, there's only one out. I want to run. And now Carson Gunderson with runners at the corners and one out. Again, another crooked number here for Rapids in the bottom of the 6th inning. Still looking for more with one out. Freeman leads from first. Throw over to first. Simonson at third. Again, top to the bottom of the order, getting the job done here tonight for Rapids. First offering. Gunderson spins out of there, just misses inside. Ball game just over 2 hours old. We play at 9:04 here in Wisconsin Rapids. First pitch at 7:02. The 1-0. Popped up out of play. Again, in on the hands of Gunderson. And it runs even at a ball and a strike. Again, if you're watching and you have the chance to leave a comment, let us know who you want for a player of the game. It'd be tough for Rapids to pick just one. A spinner throw down to second is not in time, and it gets past. Simonson will score on the error. Freeman reaches on a stolen base. And if you're watching, have the chance to leave a comment. Let us know who you want to be our player of the game. Now one bounces in there, runs even at 2-2. Still only one out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 4 runs across. All started with a Cole Laddick double down the right field line. The 2-2 coming home. Popped up, foul territory, playable for O'Brien. And makes the catch for out number 2. Now Ryan Searing, who had the go-ahead base hit in the 5th. Still another run out there for him. That's Ethan Freeman. Might have to talk to Ryan. Haven't talked to Ryan this year yet. Freeman stands at second with 2 outs. First offering is good for a strike and 0-1. Sengbush awaits on deck for the Rangers. No balls and a strike, 2 outs. Searing drives this one into left center field. That one's going to split the gap. Coming into score will be Freeman, and an RBI base hit for Ryan Searing. Freeman comes in to score, and that might have just put the cherry on top. Talk to Ryan Searing after this ball game. And now Caden Sengbush, 3 for 4 tonight. 3 singles and a flyout. Rangers put 5 across here in the 6th, looking for more. First one to Caden, misses. 9th hitter of the inning for Wisconsin Rapids. Last night, teams combined for 30 hits. We're at 26 right now, along with 18 runs. The offering back from Cotter. In for a strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Caden Sengbush. For Everest in the 7th. They'll have 5, 6, and 7 due up. The 1-2 coming home. Popped up high into the night sky. Latondras over on it. Still drifting over. He makes the catch to end the 6th inning. But what an inning for Wisconsin Rapids. They score 5 times. On 4 hits, they leave 1 stranded. We have played 6 completes. Last shot here for Everest is 12-6 Rapids. You're watching American Legion Baseball at Zaleski Sports.
Why am I an orthopedic surgeon? It's a great question. It was nothing I planned. I actually am a Spanish major. Went back to school and became a physical therapist. That was okay, but I decided to go back to school and become the surgeon. I think the biggest thing when you're talking to the patient is if you can relate to them, number one. Number two is if you can teach them what the problem is. If you can teach them what the problem is, they're going to do fine. They're going to learn what it is, they're going to figure out how to fix it, and then they're going to adapt. There's days when things don't work out and things are harder than others, but clearly you're here for one reason and you're not here for you. You're here for the patient that comes in. Healthcare is kind of like going to the supper club in Wisconsin. You always feel like you need to travel to get a better Friday fish fry or to get the prime rib on Saturday, but really here we have everything under the same roof. We have everything within a hospital that, quite frankly, is rated in the top 2 hospitals in the state for joint replacements. We have hospitals coming to us to ask how we do joint replacements, how we solve the problem, how we get patients motivated and moving with very low risk and very low complication rates. And our outcomes are much better.
Preston Miller lead things off here, and a high throw. He got the tag. He hesitated, and the first out of the inning is a 6-3 tag. And there's one away here in the 7th. Andrew Cotter now for DC Everest. Again, don't forget, Nationville Dairy post-game show to follow our broadcast here tonight. We'll have an opportunity to talk to Coach Court Helber and our Zaleski Sports player of the game, Ryan Searing. Cotter today, a strikeout, a pair of strikeouts and a base hit. Way behind the fastball, it's 0-1. Searing on the night at the plate, a couple of RBIs, a couple of base hits, including the go-ahead one in the 5th. Able to hold off, and it runs even at a ball and a strike. Oscar Latondras awaits on deck. You can find highlights of this game later on tomorrow on Zaleski Sports. And he either said he swung or it was a strike anyway. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 outside for a ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 away. Top of the 7th inning. Tokarski fires and misses high and away. And Rapids will improve and get their 8th conference win of the year. The 3-2. And Tokarski walks Andrew Cotter. Now Oscar Latondras with runner at first and 1 out. Latondras had the big hit in the 5th inning. A 2 RBI double, and then the ball got past Ryan Searing, which allowed the 3rd run to score, and that was what tied the game up in the 5th inning. Latondras looks at a strike and it's 0-1. Score update from Marshfield here in just a moment as Andrew Cotter has to tie his shoe over at first base. First, a score update from Plover. That game's over already. Man, they cruised through that one. Plover 7, Stevens Point 1. Plover getting revenge on Stevens Point. The 0-1 swung on and missed. See if we can get you a score update before the conclusion of this game from Marshfield. No balls and 2 strikes. Tokarski fires outside, just misses. Cole O'Brien, who has had a phenomenal day at the plate, is up next, or is on deck. The 1-2 coming home. Swung on and missed way out in front, and he got him to chase, and there's 2 outs. Tokarski picks up the strikeout. His first of the night, and now Cole O'Brien. 3 for 3 today, a couple of RBIs for Cole, the third baseman for Everest. They play in the top of the 5th in Marshfield, 5-4 Wausau, as the Bulldogs retake the lead in that game. Tokarski misses low and out. Two away here in the top of the 7th inning. There's a swing and a miss. Twisting him up on the inside corner, and it runs even at a ball and a strike. And head over to Selesky Sports Facebook, SeleskySports.com for all of our weekly schedule and our upcoming games. The 1-1. High and tight. Including this game, we'll have highlights tomorrow on Selesky Sports Wisconsin Rapids Facebook page. The 2-1. Tokarski behind the count, 3-1. Probably have the Marshfield and Wausau game at about 11:50 tomorrow morning. This game at 9:05 or so. We'll see. There's a strike, and Everest is down to their final strike here tonight. But check out SeleskySports.com. We'll have all that figured out for you in the morning. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Tokarski trying to finish it off here for the Rangers. Jake kicks and fires. There goes the runner. That one's going to be fouled straight back. The runner took off because it was a 3-2 count with 2 outs. Didn't really put 2 and 2 together when Cotter took off for second. But we'll do it again. The 3-2. Swung on and missed. A foul tip into the mitts. And Wisconsin Rapids escapes with a win here tonight. The final score, Wisconsin Rapids 12 and the DC Everest Post 492 Ball Club 6. Nasonville Dairy postgame show coming up next. We'll hear from Coach Halber and Ryan Searing when we get back to the Nakusa Port Edward State Bank Field here in Wisconsin Rapids.
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on U.S. Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com. All right, so we're here with Kim Hyman. Kim, Nasonville Dairy, 125 years in the making. Tell us about that.
You know, it's fantastic. It was the first plant built in Wood County back in 1885. Sal Nason and his family came here, and they started a small dairy plant. Eventually that plant burnt down, but then they rebuilt onto this same facility, and our family moved here in the late 60s in 1968 and took it over from there, and it's been just a fantastic growth. Great community, great people we have working for us. Oh, it's an open market. It's huge. You know, the opportunity for the diversity in the cheese industry is fantastic, and you have to be that way in order to sell a lot of product. And so we've got a great group of people working on the research and development side for us. So it's been really fortunate for us. Oh, right. We have 185 farm families that market their milk through us here at Nasonville Dairy. And we are so lucky we have like the best dairy farms in not only in central Wisconsin, but in the United States, marketing milk through us. So we're just really fortunate on that side.
Actually, we started in 1968. Our father brought us here from another cheese plant in Wisconsin. We had come from the cheese business. We've always been in the business. We had moved around the state in different parts. He brought us here about that time. The plant ran 7,500 pounds of milk at that time, and now runs about 1.5 million a day. So. We originally started out with making cheddar, and now we make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmers cheese, pizza cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Friar, Seco, Parma, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafetieri, Cafla Graviera, as well as making some Gouda, Edam, and a little bit of Munster on occasion.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I'm going to go watch your broadcast.
Good. Can you hear us? 1, 2, 2, 2. Can you hear us? Turn it up on the mixer. The bottom one, the second, all the way to the bottom. 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 Good? Good, good, good. 1, 2, 2. One, two, 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 two. 1, 2, 3. Time now for Nate'sville post-game show. Nate'sville Dairy with fresh cheese curds made daily at natesvilledairy.com. Rangers with a 12-6 win here tonight over DC Everest. And we'll have Coach Halber and Ryan Searing in our highlights later on tonight. Again, those will be seen tomorrow at Zaleski Sports on Facebook. We'll be back with you tomorrow in Marshfield, Wisconsin Rapids Redhawks and Marshfield Chaparrals. Have a great night, everyone. You have been watching Wisconsin Rapids Rangers baseball exclusively on Zaleski Sports.